Importanteng malaman mo ang rules ng self-defense para hindi ka makulong kung sakaling darating ang panahon na kailanganin mo ito. Dati, meron tayong tinatawag na retreat to the wall doctrine. Ito po yung ancient common law rule sa self-defense na nagsasabing kailangang tumakbo muna ang taong papatayin hanggang sa makakaya niya bago siya pwedeng lumaban at ipagtanggol ang sarili niya sa taong papatay sa kanya. Pero tandaan nyo na ang retreat to the wall doctrine ay old rule at hindi na natin ito sinusunod sa Pilipinas. Ang ipinalit sa retreat to the wall doctrine ay yung tinatawag natin na stand ground when in right. Ang rule naman na to states that where the accused is where he has right to be, the law does not require him to retract when his assailant is rapidly advancing upon him with a deadly weapon. Ang rasyonale dito is kapag tumakbo pa ang defender, pwede siyang atakahin ng kalaban niya sa likod habang tumatakbo. The reason for lawfulness ng self-defense is because it would be impossible for the state to protect all its citizens. Ang rule ng self-defense ay matatagpuan sa Article 11 entitled Justifying Circumstances of the Revised Penal Code. Pag sinabi natin justifying circumstances, ito po yung mga acts of a person that is said to be in accordance with the law. Therefore, there is no criminal and civil liability on the part of the person defending himself. Meron tayong tatlong requisites ng self-defense. Una ay unlawful aggression. Ang unlawful aggression ay dapat makikita sa aggressor o kalaban ng defender. Ibig sabihin ng unlawful aggression is a physical act manifesting danger to life or limb. It is an assault or at least a threatened assault of an immediate, actual, and imminent kind. The belief of the accused is considered in determining the existence of the unlawful aggression. The unlawful aggression must be a real aggression that presupposes an act that is positively strong, showing the wrongful intent of the aggressor, which is not merely threatening or intimidating attitude, but a material attack. To give rise to self-defense, the aggression must not be a lawful one. Oops! Teka, meron bang lawful aggression? Yes, meron. Ang halimbawa nito is the attack of a husband against the paramour of his wife whom he surprised na gumagawa ng kaligayang hindi dapat at hindi kanais-nais. Ang unlawful aggression must exist at the time the self-defense is made. Kailangan may apply ang self-defense on the point of happening ng pag-atake ng kalaban. Kung tumakbo o tumigil na ang aggressor sa pag-atake niya, tsaka lang lumaban o nag-hit back ang defender, hindi na yan matatawag na self-defense. Yan na ay revenge. Ang next na requisite ng self-defense ay ang reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. This second requisite ng self-defense contemplates two phrases. Number 1 is to prevent and number 2 is to repel. In making self-defense, we prevent the aggression that places us in imminent danger or repel the aggression that places us in actual danger. Kung napatay ang unlawful aggressor, this can only be justified if it was done to save the life of the person defending himself. The equation is, life was taken to save life. In emergencies where our life or limb is in danger, ang nature nating mga tao does not act upon the processes the formal reason at ang tanging nasa isip natin ay ang instinct ng self-preservation. Pero yung means ng pagdedepensa sa sarili natin must be a necessity and reasonable. Take note na ang reasonableness of the means used in self-defense will depend upon the nature and quality of the weapon used by the aggressor, his physical condition, character, size, and other circumstances, and those of the person defending himself, and also the place and condition of the assault. Halimbawa sa nature and quality of the weapon used. It was held reasonable ang pagbaril sa kalaban or aggressor armed with bulo kung siya ay umatak malapit na sa'yo and within a few feet of striking distance, matataga ka na niya. In People versus Onas naman, it was held not reasonable ang pagsaksak ng bayonet against the aggressor armed with cane only. Another example, in People versus Montalvo, sabi dito, when a person is attacked with fist blow, he must repel the same with fist also. But this ruling applies only when the aggressor and the one defending himself are of the same size. Paano naman kung ang defender ay mas maliit at mas mahina? Meron tayong case yan. Sa People versus Sumikad, the aggressor who is larger, stronger, and of non-violent character attacked with fist blow a smaller man who is then armed with bolo. His left shoulder received a cut from the smaller man as a sign of warning, but he continued to attempt to possess himself of the bolo. In this case, the smaller man who killed the larger man using a bolo was justified. The reasonable necessity of the means employed does not imply material commensurability between the means of attack and defense. Hindi niya sinasabi na kung itak ang gamit ng kalaban, kailangan itak din ang gamitin mo para depensahan ang sarili mo. What the law requires is rational equivalence. The consideration of emergency na na-expose ang isang tao sa imminent danger, his instinct moves or impels his necessity acts of defense, and it would not depend upon the harm done but rest upon the imminent danger of such injury. Ang last requisite sa self-defense ay ang lack of sufficient provocation on the part of the person defending himself. Pag sinabi nating provocation, ibig sabihin any unjust or improper conduct capable of inciting or irritating anyone. The requisite of lack of sufficient provocation refers exclusively to the person defending himself. This third requisite of self-defense is present when no provocation at all given to the aggressor. And even if provocation was given by the person defending himself, it must not be sufficient to cause aggression on the attacker or assailant. For example, there is sufficient provocation when one challenges another to come out of the house, engage in a fist fight, and prove who is better man. In this case, if the former kills the latter, he cannot invoke self-defense because this third requisite of self-defense is not present. The act of the challenger constitutes sufficient provocation which causes the aggression of the another. Another example, John slapped the face of Mike. After 24 hours, when Mike met John, he attacked the latter but was seriously injured when John defended himself. In this case, the third requisite of self-defense is still present. The provocation of John or his act of slapping to the face of Mike was disregarded because it was not proximate or immediate to the aggression of Mike. Therefore, John can still invoke self-defense. So, even if provocation was given by the person defending himself, his act of self-defense can still be justified. At yan po mga kapatid, that ends our topic for today. Kung may natutunan ka sa video ito, please like and subscribe at pakishare na rin po ang video ito para matulungan natin yung mga nagre-review at magre-review pa lang para sa Criminology Board Examination. See you on my next videos.